Welcome to Moon Harbor Extended. Today's issue is Cosmic, Issue 2, The Void Has Teeth. On the cover, Ovi and Jet's ship pod circle a huge star-covered leech. In the background, we see Mason's pod being chased by another massive leech. Mal floats outside their ship, near the center of the cover, glowing intensely. We turn the page and our story begins.
Yeah, I like that pullback with you all still having the headsets on. I'm going to add a detail that outside the window, the reader is seeing just large, dark shapes that they're only being seen by where they occlude the stars, kind of slipping in between the ships. Who is the first person to take off a headset when we start the next scene?
It would probably be me, because while we're playing video games, I'm cleaning up the entire ship.
Okay, so yeah, I think we get the nice video game, that shot, and then it fades to black, and then we get Mason pulling off the VR headset. And I think we've just got you staring straight out a window, and you see this like dark, large shape heading towards you. And then it opens its maw to reveal just starshine drawn leech circular teeth just coming towards the ship. What do you do?
I'm going to send out a mental alarm to everybody, like a psychic alarm to get their attention so they know that something's wrong, like a danger in their mind.
So yeah, maybe we get a couple panels back in the video game world with that overlaid.
Obi's gonna take off her headset.
I think the thing we saw right before that was I think Tony was about to win the game, was about to beat both of us when that psychic alarm goes off. And I think Mal immediately is like, fine, and clicks out because Mal's a really sore loser.
And then I'm just standing there. Yep. Helmet off.
I think before Tony leaves, since Mal and Obi have clicked off, we get a panel of yay, you won!
There's nobody's face I can laugh in, so it's an empty victory.
And so I love that. And then we are all standing in Mal's room right at this point.
Yep.
When this star leech slams into the ship. What do y'all do?
I think I'm immediately everyone out, get to your own ships. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, running out as they're saying that.
Mason just poofs out of existence.
As I'm knocked aside from the shaking, I'm just using water to help keep myself upright and get to my ship.
I got this you water surfing down the hallway image. Super cool.
Oh yes.
Once everyone's out of the spaceship, I'm going to seal it, and then I'm just going to essentially use the stardust to just blow up my own spaceship because it regenerates, and just blast as much star power as I can straight into the star leech.
Okay, go ahead and roll to directly engage for me.
I think that's probably right. When I directly engage a threat in a terrifying fashion, mark a condition to choose an additional option even on a miss. I think I'm going to mark guilty. I think I'm if we hadn't been playing video games for the past hour, we would have noticed this ahead of time.
There.
And I'm gonna I'm gonna directly engage. That's okay. It's a miss, but I still gotta mark one because of that thing that I just did.
Cool.
I think I want to take something from them.
What do you want to take?
I want to take our ship out of its mouth.
I will let you do that, but your pod is still going to be in its mouth.
That's fine. I left myself open to not resist or avoid their blows, so.
Well, you also just failed the roll.
That's true.
I just wanted to make the consequence clear. So yeah, we get the panels with this eruption of light from your pod, and I think it just clamps down and swallows just your pod, and the rest of the ship just kind of drifts back a bit. It does the equivalent of a silent space scream. We can see it thrashing a bit. This definitely isn't comfortable for it. Who's the next pod to disconnect?
I think Obi's doesn't necessarily disconnect so much as it poofs out of existence and then appears on the other side of this leech.
Cool. What are you doing?
I want to assess the situation.
Okay, cool. Is that just you looking out your windshield? Are there scanners? What's that look like?
Yeah, I think she's still looking out the windshield, just trying to see what's going on since it was so close to us. We couldn't really.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll to assess.
Oh, nice. The good rolling still holds over. Okay, so there's ask 2, and then I also have my move, which gives me the question, what does the future know about this event? I think, what's the other one I want to pick? How could we best end this quickly, and what does the future know about this?
I'm going to start with what does the future know about this event? Not much, though. Reportings of star leeches started near the beginning, like shortly before some of the more major signs that things were changing. So, yeah, that not much is known about them. They're kind of still just myths and legends in your time. And what was the other question? How can we best end this quickly?
Yes.
Assuming that you're not willing to give up Mal, probably just attacking it with everything you have. It would be really difficult to get it to regurgitate its meal and also like lure it away or something.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So I'm gonna let you sit with that for a sec. Who disconnects next?
I'm going to pop out and set my autopilot to target the thing. I'm going to try to fire at not to hit Mel.
I think we get like a glowing lump, like just faintly glowing where Mal is in the leech's belly.
Did it already reform?
How does that look, Mel? I assume just large chunks of it.
Yeah, I kind of like blast out the windows consistently. Like, I think I like blast out the windows and blast out the back doors. So it was like very much like explosion of energy from inside the ship, blows open the ship, blows ship in big chunks, and then like the glass reforms slowly, but not like painfully slowly. So it's probably not reformed yet, but give it a minute or so and it will be.
I'm gonna communicate to Mel then. I can just shoot you and this'll come back, right?
I'm like, I wouldn't recommend you shoot me, but yeah, probably.
All right, I'll aim away. I go shoot.
What does this weapon look like?
It is a it's a charge weapon. It takes some time to charge up and then fires out a big solid laser beam into space. Probably right before I reach it, and then I turn away.
Excellent. What color is the laser beam?
A whitish yellow.
Cool. Go ahead and roll directly engage. And with the ship move, you can choose not like you can roll with the normal stat if the superior is not an improvement. Just when you use the ship, you can choose to roll with the superior.
Is that for any move or just some of them? I mean, in any case, my danger is higher, so...
Yeah, go ahead and roll with danger. It's unleash your powers, directly engage a threat, or defend someone. If you're doing it with the ship, you can do it with superior. So that is a 9. Oh, we should be engaging against a powerful foe. Sorry. You want to step out, do that, then jump back into the resolution of this? Who is the leader?
I think I am.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna agree with that.
Who would you say is the leader?
Can I say that there's no leader? Because I think what was annoying Mason earlier was the fact that we didn't decide on a chain of command, which is confusing for him.
I think the way we'll do this mechanically is I think everyone else thinks Mal is the leader because it seems that's in a consensus. But I think that we're going to say that you mistrust the team or the leader just because you're not sure who the leader is. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Cool. Mal, do you have influence over every teammate?
I do not.
Okay. What is your purpose in the fight?
Defeat this Star Leech.
Does anyone have a different purpose?
Nope.
I just want to get away because I'm really scared of the leeches from earlier. So I'm just going to try to escape this one.
Okay. Trust.
So we gained 0 team from that.
Yes, you have 1 team for starting the issue. I'm glad we did the move. Okay.
That's impressive.
So on a 9, unless someone wants to help.
No, I'm saving that for a while.
Okay. Cool. On a 7 to 9, pick one.
Right. I will take something from them. Can I just take the portion that I blasted and say it's gone?
If you wanted to just like directly use that to take Mal, you could like cut open a hole.
I'll go with that.
Okay, cool. So this beam fires across, and I think it just sweeps across and cuts like the belly open of this thing. We see the shine of Mal's ship from inside, and then the Star Leech lunges forward and takes a big just bite down on your ship. I want you to go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow. Okay, 5.
Woohoo!
On a miss, mark potential, and just tell me how you weather the blow.
As it comes at me, I'm already in the middle of a turn, swerving away, and it just knocks against the edge. Can't latch on.
I like that. And in the background of this, we see the 3 sphere ships, and we see like a distant form of another one of these creatures moving towards those ships. I'm going to jump to Mason real quick. What are you doing?
I'm going to probably stay at a safe distance where I can't sense the minds of these scary leeches. I think I can get a rough estimate of where they are by their mental signals, and I'm just going to stay out of the way.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to unleash your powers to extend your senses.
Right. Can I use the ship to help me with that? I guess not, right? Like, can I use plus superior with the ship and use this? No, I'm going to do it mentally. Makes more sense. I got a 10.
Okay. So I'm going to give you some information. You can tell me what it looks like for the viewer to see this. You know exactly where the 3 of these things are, the 2 that we've seen, and there's another one flying in fast towards those 3 ships. And you get this, you know that they're being drawn to an energy inside these ships. I think you probably get flashes of the memories of your clone and looking at that sealed room.
Okay, so I'm going to stay out of the way and stay far away from these things, but I am going to attempt to extend my my mental capacity to send everybody a visual feed of where the enemies are at all times, so they get like some sort of like sixth sense that tells them where the enemies are at all times.
Cool. And this sounds like something that your team has probably done before. Is everyone cool with that? That like, do we want everyone to have already coped with how to access this extra information?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Ovi's not happy about it, but she's used to it.
And
You
yeah,
know,
we're gonna. Sorry,
I think it would be a little bit like I don't know if you guys ever had like restless leg syndrome, but where there's like this really present sensation in your foot or something, but it's like that, but in towards 3 different directions, so 3 different enemies, and you would probably have trained this and know what it is. Kind of like spider
I love that you had to
sense.
give that like the worst description. We're gonna cut back over to Ovi, but I'm gonna change my answer to how could you best end this quickly. Upon seeing, Jet's big attack and that Mal has an opening to get out, you see that this thing reacted in pain and like pulled back. It's not just it would be possible to scare these away or hurt them without killing them to drive them off.
Okay. And you said Mal has an opening to get out?
Yeah, Mal can get out easily.
Okay. Cool. I was thinking of getting a portal to help him get out. So there's the one by our ship, and then there's one by the Starling's ships, and one.
Yeah, there's one close to the Starling ship and one coming in towards the Starling ship. That'll get there in another 30 to 45 seconds.
I think I want to create a portal in front of the one coming in and misdirect it into going the other direction.
I love that. Go ahead and unleash your powers.
Okay. 8.
Either mark a condition, or I'll tell you how it's unstable or temporary.
I think unstable or temporary. I can't think of a condition that she would do in this.
Cool. Go ahead and tell me what these panels look like up to like it going fully through the portal that misdirects it.
So we get a panel of like she turns the ship away from the first leech and is following what was called the restless leg syndrome, turning towards the incoming one, and we see her like staring very intently at it, and a portal appears in front of it, which is kind of hard to tell that it's a portal. Like I think we see like a glint of like red. I feel like that's her signature color of like an auburn. But it's a little hard to tell that there is a portal because it's just more space. It's a portal to more space, so it's just slightly different stars.
I love it. And then like the leech goes straight through it. I think it's just meters away from the outside of the ship. It goes straight through it, and we cut to the like same very faint portal behind Jet's ship as the leech starts flying out of it towards him. Mal, I'm actually going to jump to you. You're seeing this all happening. You can easily pull out of this. Like you're half in, half out of this giant cut in this thing's gut. What do you do?
Knowing that the ship can make it to, like, can return to me telepathically on its own, I'm just gonna dive out of the ship and into the space between, so like halfway in between our ships and the orb ships, and I'm essentially going to become a supernova, like as bright and fiery and terrifying as humanly possible, or as superhumanly possible. And I want to use Be the Monster. When you frighten, intimidate, or cow others with your monstrous form, roll plus freak. On a hit, they are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to you, or they flee. I'm hoping they'll flee. On a 10 plus, choose 1. 7 or 9, choose 2. There's a list of things.
Let's do it.
Cool. I also have a +1 because they made me mark a condition. And with coming for you, when you mark a condition, take a +1 forward against the person you most blame for causing it. So this is going to be a +4. That's a 12.
All right. And so on a 10 plus, what happens again?
I choose 1 from the list. So my list is you frighten others you had not intended to scare, you hurt someone or break something you shouldn't have, or you feel like more of a monster afterwards, mark a condition, GM's choice. I think I'm going to frighten others I had not intended to scare. I'm probably going to scare the starlings.
Okay, and sorry, what happens on a hit?
They are thrown off and make themselves vulnerable to you, or they flee. So ideally, they're going to see this essential, this like essentially supernova pop up in between these two sets of ships and just take off, ideally. I'm hoping to scare the leeches away.
Okay, so the leech that was heading in towards the Starling ship, we see it just veer off and just head towards deep space, and the injured one leaves as quickly as it can. The one that is now fixated, it is very confused about its new position, but fixated on the only thing it can see is still going towards Jet. What was the other option on that? They either flee or what?
Or they make themselves vulnerable to me.
Okay. And with that, like, big burst of light shining down on the star leech that's remaining, we see just sizzles and, like, it's whatever it has that passes as flesh is starting to crisp and burn. We are going to cut to Jet. You've got this thing coming right at your face. What are you doing? You just, at this point, you have just a split second to react.
I am, well, with only a split second, I'm just going to say, oh shit.
Roll to take a powerful blow.
Yeah, my powers don't do me a whole lot of good in space.
Yeah, but the no shit was important because I think that went across all the comms.
There we go. 11. Oh, that's bad.
I was waiting for that. All right, go ahead and pick one.
Okay. So I'm going to choose 2 options from the 7 to 9 list. I am going to lash out verbally at Mal for because or no, actually no, I'm going to lash out verbally at Ovi for sending this thing at my direction. Provoke a teammate to foolhardy action or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition. So I'm taking advantage of my influence to inflict a condition, and Does that remove the influence?
Yeah, you spin the influence. Tell us like what you say, what you're yelling through comms.
Ovi, what was that? Why would you do that?
And then you spin your influence, and Obi marks a condition.
Do you pick the condition or do I?
I think you can generally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm picking guilty. I think we get a panel of like wincing, and it's like it was an accident.
And your other option?
My other option, I'm going to mark 2 conditions. I am now angry, and I am hopeless.
So I think this this yelling is going out while this thing is firmly latched down, like teeth into your pod, starting to dig in. Mason, want to jump to you? Is there anything you want to be doing here?
So how many of the leeches are left at this point?
Just the one that's biting down on Jet's ship.
Okay, and the other 2, I can't sense them anymore, right?
You can probably still sense them, but they are quickly running away, or flying away, or leeching away. I don't know how they move.
I think Mason can handle 1 leech. I'm going to charge into battle, and I'm going to send out a mental signal to the team. Come on, guys, we can do this. Like a message of encouragement, because I just found my courage, so I'm quickly going to share it with everybody. I don't know if I have to roll for that to comfort or support, I guess.
What do you like? Is it just like a general like mood feeling you're sending out?
Yeah, I'm trying to rally the team and send out messages to everybody, like like extremely encouraging. Like, come on, guys, we can do this.
It could potentially trigger comfort or support.
I mean, I don't necessarily need to. It's just I was just wondering.
Yeah, I don't think we'll roll a move, but it's definitely a thing that you do.
Okay. And then I'm going to rush towards the leech, and I'm going to shoot it with my ship, and at the same time send it a mental burst of just like vile mental energy, like bad thoughts. And
what do the weapons on your ship look like? By the way, I'm going to assume that you all can have whatever weapons you want in your pods. Jet's is just the coolest, best weapon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So Jet's weapons are really cool. So I think I would have like the space equivalent of a light machine gun. Like he uses a big laser, and this would be a ballistic weapon.
Go ahead and roll to directly engage.
Okay, I'm going to use I have many mouths and I must scream, because it's a mental assault, which means I roll with plus freak instead of plus danger, which I have a +1 to. And I'm going to mark potential for that 3. Jesus. That's me, I guess.
I think we get you raining down the laser shots and then your mind connecting. And I think there's this really intense backlash as you get, once again, these flashes you got from your clone who went over. Go ahead and roll to take a powerful blow. We're going to let that determine how this goes.
That's entirely fair, I feel. Plus conditions marked, so +1.
I'd like to like reframe this for everyone outside. Just the whole like, we got this, we could do this. Just fly in, gun spray, and then you just kind of go wild.
Okay, so that's a really good throw, which is really bad. When you
choose one from the 7 to 9 list.
God, I'm happy that's not a 10. Oh, by the way, I totally missed that I should have taken a -2 to the previous roll, so that was actually a 1 instead of 3.
Okay, rolls tonight have been wild, y'all. Like just a wild variance.
I've rolled an 11. I've rolled an 11, a 12, a 1, and a 2. Nothing in between, except for now. Okay, so I'm going to give ground and flee away again, I guess.
Okay, so I have a narration for this giving ground. So,
Okay.
we see you flying in fast, spraying out these laser shots. And then we see these shots of these flash images of the leeches again. And then you just lose control. And I think your shots spray down Mal's ship. Or Mal, you're just there. You don't have a ship at this point, right? I think your ship is just floating where it fell out of the leech that ran.
Mm-hmm.
And the leech just swallows Jet's ship and then darts off after the other leeches.
I was gonna go follow.
I think with the distraction of you being, dodging laser blasts, this all happens so fast, the dust clears and the leech is just gone. You have a general idea of where it went, like the direction it went, but you do not see it.
Moon Harbor Extended is part of the Icy New Year Presents network and is produced by Anthony Sheets and TP Huth. Anthony can be found on Twitter at Icy New Year or at icynewyear.com. T is the host of Incubator on Air, a new play podcast available on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play. She can be found at T Huth Playwright on Twitter or TPHuth94 on Instagram. This issue was GM'd by me, Anthony Sheets. Jet is played by EXPHP. You probably won't find him at It's EXPHP on Twitter, but it's worth a try. Mason is played by Simon Meskins. You can find him on Twitter as @Gilberecki. Portali is played by Elliot Peterson. She can be found at Elliot Yellen on Twitter. Stardust is played by T. Huth. Our logo was designed by Beautiful Beasties. She can be found on Instagram at beastly.doodles or at patreon.com/beautifulbeasties. The music for this issue was Work by Kevin MacLeod. A link to his license and site will be found in the episode notes. If you want to get a hold of us, email us at moonharborheroes@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at moonharborcast. If you enjoyed this issue, please leave us a review on iTunes and tell a friend. Word of mouth and 5-star reviews are really the best way for us to keep bringing these stories to more people. If you'd like to support us financially, check us out on patreon.com/moonharborheroes. Supporting us there will give you access to bonus episodes each month. And thanks for helping us save the world. We'll see you next issue.